Amazing viewers, a pleasant day to you all. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel. Natasha Akpoti, when she came out to make some revelations about what's going on in the assembly, a lot of the APC supporters, termed her to be a liar. Now, if you recall, she revealed so much. She revealed how, the lobby to allegedly lobby to pay to raise a motion in the House. And she also talked about things like how they give committees money for logistics and all that, and even if they don't have any meeting for the month, what they do is to share the money amongst themselves within the committee. And not be small money. That's money she said is about 950,000 naira. That's almost ₦1 million. Now it turns out that Natasha Akpoti is not lying. She didn't lie at all. In fact, I believe that the first time she said so. But for those APC supporters who felt she was lying, please, what do they now have to say about the Jigawa person, House of Rep member from Jigawa State that just disclosed now that, people pay as far as 3 million naira to raise a motion or raise a bill during any plenary section. I beg, since when did they start monetizing things? Since when did they start monetizing motions and bills here and there? These people are supposed to be in the House to deliberate on the issues that concerns Nigeria, that concerns the growth and the welfare of Nigeria and Nigerians. How come all of a sudden they now raise a bill? This is a very serious matter, because as far as I'm concerned, if this thing continues, it will prevent people from wanting to raise a very important bill or motions in the House. It will prevent a whole lot of stuffs. It reach Tinubu turn and Ababio turn. They begin to monetize bills and motions that concerns people. I don't get it. What will the APC people now do? Because the next thing you will hear now is that they have suspended this person. Now I'm going to be reading part of what has been reported over the shocking revelation by this, APC member representing one of the constituency from Jigawa State. And of course, how people have been reacting to this. So, but before I get to do that, let me first of all show us this video, because I believe INEC cannot exonerate themselves from this. Now, in Kaduna State, there's supposed to be a by-election that is to hold. INEC material has been arriving in some states ahead of the by-elections. And boom, there's a video making round that the INEC material, INEC van for the by-election in Kaduna State has been whisked away. Now, how is that possible? A lot of question, comes to mind the moment you hear this kind of stuff. So I'm going to show you the video and they'll be back.
Vehicle has been towed. They forcefully towed that vehicle, and that vehicle will have valuables in it. And they are claiming that they came here based on information, that they got an information that we kept ballot papers there. Now they have towed this vehicle, taking it to an unknown location by unknown people who claim to be operative of the DSS and police. So only God knows what they've gone to do with that vehicle. And our materials are inside, including funds to be disbursed to agents at polling units. So we don't know what this government is up to. We don't know what the APC government in Kaduna State is up to. I have seen, this is the height of their desperation. This is the height of their desperation. They want to stop at nothing to ensure that they rig this election. So APC should know that this is not a local government election. Now they are bringing back, the world can see that they are towing back the vehicle. They are towing back the vehicle. Only God knows what they have gone to do with it. Only God knows what they have planted in it just to accuse us of wanting to manipulate this election. Only God knows what they want to do with what they went to do with the vehicle. This vehicle was parked in the hotel. Now they have brought it back. This is the towing van. We don't know the towing back van by which company. This is the height of their desperation. This is the height of their desperation.
Seeing this video, it just brings to mind what we should expect come 2027. Not just during the presidential election, but also assembly election. This is what we should expect. It brings to mind. Now, these people are scheming on daily basis, looking for different strategy to which they can use to rig election. Let's ask ourselves some vital questions. Okay, material arrive, where it is supposed to arrive before they disperse to, the different places where polling units where the by-election is supposed to take place. And then all of a sudden, boom, some people came and say, oh, they are the men of the DSS. And then they go with the van, whatever it is that they did, if they went to duplicate the copy, or if they went to thumbprint, or God knows what, or they took some part of the materials, where they feel like, okay, we have population there, we have to get votes. And then they brought back the vehicle. Okay, they brought it back. There was no security. Was there no security before they took it? When they brought it back, even when the alarm was raised, why was there no security officials, to pick up the people as soon as they bring the van? There is no way, either way I want to look at it, there's no angle no perspective I'm looking at this thing from, that, somebody will convince me that INEC is not in the known of what is happening. Yes, some of their staff might be, innocent of all this, but this thing has been orchestrated from the beginning that, okay, this is how it's going to be, 2 days or a day ahead of the by-election. For goodness sakes, how long are we going to be having things like this? I am just saying this thing. I am just showing you guys the video so that you have, an insight of what is likely to happen ahead of the 2027, especially the presidential election. Because what I do understand is that these people are looking for a way to scuttle the chances of Peter Obi. If smaller parties cannot freely give Peter Obi tickets, and the ADC, because of Atiku's ambition, they might end up, dollarizing the primary elections. If they cannot get Peter Obi any ticket, then they will be happy. But if they know that Peter Obi can get a ticket, I am telling you, these are the different strategies they are doing. It's like they'll say, okay, let's do this. And then if it works, it becomes a model that they want to use in the next election. And let me tell you the truth, I will not be surprised if this same thing repeats itself in other by-elections that INEC clearly came out to tell us 3 days ago that they are ready for all the, by-elections. They have deployed security officials. You have deployed security officials in quotes. How come all this thing is happening? How come every time there is an election, there is always a repeat of what has happened before, or even worse of what has happened before? Till this moment, INEC never learned how to protect their electoral materials. Till this moment. Is that what they want to tell us? For every single time something happens to you, you have not devised a lasting solution to the problem. Is that what they want us to believe? That's how it is. It clearly shows that INEC is very much aware of what is happening. Because look at the odds. Put the dots together. How does it make any sense? Let's assume you have not been in the known. It happened the first time. It happened the second time. It happened the third time. It happened the fourth time. Let's say the rest, you were foolish. You were very naive. How about the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th time and still counting? How about those period of time? You never thought of it. That, okay, we have to find a way to stop all this. Our materials should not be taken. Oh, no. And the most annoying part, these materials will be taken, and they will still announce results from the materials that were moved out of their care. They will still announce results. No, there is no way INEC can come and convince me that they are not in the known of all this. Nigerians, oppositions, please, as much as we are fighting party ticket and calling for unity, all these videos, it is vital for you to see them all so that you will know the different strategies that the APC and INEC they are using, and find a means to beat all this. Nigeria. Nigerians, this is for us to be awake. There is no strategy that these people, they are not bringing. Was it not INEC official the other day that was talking about what they did in Edo State election, and that is what they have planned to use already, or they have prepared it already to use it to rig 2027 election. Please, we have had enough of INEC and APC. It is time for us to eliminate this party and then this nonsense that calls themselves INEC. It is time to stop their shenanigans. They can't finish doing something and they're coming out to cry foul. Every time there's an election, we always have one story here and there. 3 days to election is story. But they will come out beforehand to tell Nigerians that they are ready. No, they are not ready. They are not in any way ready. These people are very, very useless, incompetent, and ready, prepared to destroy Nigeria. Thank you so much. Please leave your opinion in the comment section. Now, back to what I was saying initially. Let me read out a part of what the senator said in his interview. And then, of course, take a few social media reactions before we come back to wrap this up.
Ibrahim Uyo, a member of the House of Representatives, says lawmakers pay up to 3 million naira to present bills, motions, and petitions on the chamber floor. The All Progressive Congress lawmaker who represents Hadaja Auyo Kafin Hausa Federal Constituency in Jigawa spoke during a meeting with his constituents in the state. In videos that have since gone viral, the lawmaker told his constituents who criticized him for infrequently sponsoring bills and motions that legislators pay between 1 million and 3 million to get their proposals passed. Since I was elected as a member in 2015, no individual has given me a bill to pass, either from Uyo, Hadija, or Kalfin Hausa. They are just pretending, he said. And also, even the bills and petitions are paid for. You have to pay from 3 million, 2 million, or 1 million to present it. And after you present the bill, you must follow up by lobbying the whole 360 members of the House to accept the bill. The lawmaker also dismissed claims that he has not assisted constituents in securing employment. Now, if you want to read further on what he said during the interview, you might as well visit the Cable. You can visit, Vanguard and other newspapers for you to, read further on this. But his disclosure has sparked, a wide social media reactions, which I am going to take a few. Arimo saying this is why the lawmakers don't bother presenting bills. They would rather use the 3 million carry a shower for Abuja. And then we have Senator Natasha's Solidarity saying that is why they were declared terrorist organizations, APC and PDP. And they will have Samuel saying pay to whom and from which purse. And then BY saying the question should be who do they pay the money to? It's unimaginable to think that a time will come in Nigeria where lawmakers will pay to present a motion. Adegoke saying this one go chop suspension from the House if he can't ascertain his claim or perhaps tender an apology and lie that he was misquoted. And then we'll have Fortune saying fools everywhere in government. Happy Williams saying the National Assembly is a reflection of everything wrong with our democracy. Honestly. Lele saying these claims must be thoroughly dissected. Whatever the investigation reveal, let there be severe consequences to serve as deterrent.
But let me tell you, no such thing will be done. If Senator Natasha Akpoti can disclose that committees are being paid 950 million naira, 50,000 naira, on monthly basis for logistics within the committee meeting, and then the norm is that they share the money once no meeting is held in that particular month. If she also disclose that allegedly Senate president asked me, to do this and do that. If I want, my motion to be raised and attended to in the House, that kind of stuff. If she can say that kind of a thing, which I believe her 100%, then I see no reason why I'm going to doubt this man's own. There is a lot of stuff that is ongoing there. In fact, they have turned the thing to a court. The assembly is more like a court. They are not there for Nigerians anymore. They are there to look and cater to the demands of their friend who happens to be the president. Look, this thing not be even news. We're supposed to come up for this country. But let it go so that the world will know what Nigerian leaders are like, even though they've known anyway. See them fighting back at the Canadian government that they should go and retract the statement that APC and PDP is a terrorist organization. What are we seeing here? When it's time for election, they'll go and snatch ballot box, run away with it. And all this whole nonsense of alleged payment of 3 million naira to do waiting, raise a bill or raise a motion in the house. And exactly like people are asking, who are they paying this money to? Are they like where person go just go further, give us details? It's just like all these details of this talk about terrorism, people are sponsoring it. Nobody won't get the boss to come out and say these are the names of the people doing this thing. Even when the leaders of another government was able to give names, they couldn't even perform anything. Why? Because everybody's looking for a good gem. Everybody's looking for where their palm will be greased. With all the money these people have been looting, they never see tire. It has gotten to the point where they now monetize raising bills that concern people in the house. Now, wow. Now here we finish. I don't even know how these people, got to this point. We just have crooks representing us. In fact, they are representing themselves. They should ask if that's how it is done elsewhere. I don't even know where they learn this one. This one, every day, the politicians in Nigeria, they come up with innovations, innovative ideas on how to loot and make the country more miserable. They never even come with innovative, innovations that will prosper us. It is always the one that will take us 10 years or 15 years backward. This is the worst I've ever heard. This is the worst. It has become like everything about the assembly is just something else. This assembly, no biam at all. No biamo. Is the worst ever. The corruption is on another level. And if we don't watch the kind of people going to represent us, it will get worse. You know why? Because these people have set the ball rolling. The next people will tell you, those other people do it now, it's nothing. And that's how gradually it becomes a norm. They'll tell you it's nothing. After all, Natasha said, they tell her, that's the norm. When she asks why, what if no meeting was held, they say it's the norm. Allegedly. So the people will just say it's the norm. Let's continue with it. There is every need to get rid of bad leaders. Every need. Non-entities cannot be deliberating on behalf of brilliant, innovative millions of Nigeria. God forbid. There is every need to end it. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave your opinion in the comment section. Kindly subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Click on the bell icon. The moment you subscribe, that's where you get to know as soon as I publish video. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you so much for the immense support. God bless you richly. Do enjoy the rest of your day and see you guys in my other videos.